6 kilometer in 1 hour 20 minute and 34 second. Recent 1 kilometer pace is 11 minute and 28 second. Your current heart rate is 110.
Bezel on the outside is fixed, that doesn't move around, and you've got two buttons on the side here. It is no tap or anything like that, it's twist to wake up. So the top button is your menu button to get through to all the apps and everything else, and the bottom button is a pre-fixed button, so you determine what's that. So you can have it to do weather or a workout or something like that. And then basically these are all the apps that's included. It's not like an Apple Watch or anything like that where you can load hundreds of apps and everything. The apps are kind of fixed in there. Like I say, the settings, you can have earbuds, the display, sound, strength, for vibration, do not disturb, which I've got set on a schedule when that works really well. So there you go, down button there. And then you can have it set to whatever you want. So you can have it go into a workout. So if I press that now, so every time you press the down button, it goes straight to workout, and then you can just pick what you want. Watch faces. What you can do is actually press on there and you get to watch faces. And then you can just swipe across. And those are the different watch faces that have kind of come with it. I've not added any. If you've got an Android phone and match it up with an Android phone, then you can actually download more. For some reason on the iPhone, you can't do that. So as I only have an iPhone, that's all I've got. But that's how you change it. So press and hold. And then just scroll through. Decide on whichever one you want to watch, face, and then just press and hold, and then you're done. Flashlight, you're just going to get that. There's nothing really spectacular about it. Obviously set alarms, timers, stopwatch, you can get the weather, your notifications, all the usual things on there. The hands-free calling is pretty good. Sound quality and everything else is really good on there. You've got heart rate and your oxygen level. So this measures the oxygen level in your blood, and anything, I think it's between 95 and 100 is considered to be healthy. If you're lower than that, apparently that may indicate you've got blocked arteries or some other underlying health issue. But I think it's quite good that it's got these things built in. So 98%, so obviously I'm 99%, 98%. Ooh, can't make his mind up. So yeah, hopefully I'm all right with that. I'm not going to die. Heart rate, obviously shows you peak in the last few minutes, resting heart rate, the lowest heart rate and things like that. And obviously you've got certain things about your health and what you've been doing. I don't quite understand all these, so excuse me. Workout status, workout records. And I really like the workouts. So let's go to a bike ride we did a few days ago. So we covered 20 kilometers, took 2 hours 16 minutes, burnt 1,000 calories. Top speed was 47k, average was 9k, average pace was 6 kilometers an hour. We were taking ourselves quite easy actually. Obviously, as you can see from there, it shows elevation, descent, all that kind of stuff. There's my heart rate, so it peaked at 175. And actually, remember, it tells you, I think, every certain amount of time. So if you're walking, it tells you every 1 kilometer an audible alert. If you're cycling, it gives an audible alert every 3. And remember, at this stage, it read out the display of the readout, and it said that my heart rate was too high and that I should adjust my exercise. But that's pretty good. So heart rate zones: advanced anaerobic, basic anaerobic, lactic acid, advanced aerobic, and basic aerobic, and it tells you the breakdown of each in there. Obviously that's the speed, altitude, training effect. Obviously if these fitness things mean anything to you, really not into all this kind of stuff. It's just obviously I wanted to try and show it on the review, but I kind of like don't know exactly what it means. I know what that means, that it'll take me 26 hours before my body's recovered. Yeah, well, that's a fib. That's a fib. And then you can go into the app and read more information there, and it maps it as well because it's got a GPS. And then for a walk, same sort of information, speeds, shows the step count, my average cadence and things like that, how much we climbed, my heart rate, obviously the same heart rate zones, the pace, cadence. So go into the Huawei app, obviously then make sure it's connected and everything, and it comes up and it gives you in your screen, it gives you your fitness data over your heart rate and sleep and stuff like that. Obviously you've got calories and things like that that come up under your normal step count data. So you click on that, and then that goes through and shows you the rest of the data, total speed and times and all this kind of stuff. So the strap's nice and comfortable. It's a leather strap. I've not changed it to a fabric strap because I found it fairly comfortable. This bit doesn't really dig in that much. There's no indentations in my arm or anything like that. But overall, yeah, very happy with it. Very nice strap, very nice design, looks really good. So there you go. That's as much as really as I've got through so far. I really haven't used it that much, in all fairness. I just use it as a watch to get notifications, to do hands-free calling whenever I want, and to get information like the weather or stuff like that. And to use it as the basic watch, my battery lasts about 2 weeks. Now, I've started to use it obviously for the fitness stuff, like for walking and cycling, and that can take up to 10% out of the battery every time you go out for an hour or two on the bike. Now, I don't know if I can come across on camera, but I've been wearing this for 6 months. And I don't know if you can see, but around about there is a tiny scratch. And that's the only mark on it. Like I said, I've been wearing it for over 6 months. No other issues whatsoever. It's my daily wear. I don't really take it off. I even sleep in it at night and stuff like that. You've got, you know, me doing work on the van and everything else. And it's only got a tiny little scratch in there. So yeah, I think that's actually pretty good, in all fairness. It's held up quite well. Overall, I would say the build quality is really good. You know, the fit and finish and everything else on there, you can see that kind of like it's quite a close fitting watch. It's a good enough display. It's good enough in broad daylight and at night. It's automatically adjusts. So the spec of mine is that it's the 2018 and it's the Huawei GT2 Classic. I think it's 46mm display, and to be honest with you, it just does what it needs to do for me. I had the Apple Watch and I always found that was just way too overcomplicated and overpriced, whereas this came in under £200, which is less than half price of the Apple Watch that I used to have. And to be honest, it's fine. I can make and receive hands-free calls on there. I can receive all my text notifications. I cannot reply to anything that comes through WhatsApp or text or email. That's the only downside. However, I do get the weather report. I can get all sorts of other notifications, and the fitness side of it, which I've only recently discovered being on lockdown, it actually collects so much more data in the fitness side than the Apple Watch ever did. And I find that crazy, considering this is, like I say, half the price. So you turn on GPS tracking. That does basically give a draw on the battery, more so than, you know, it would otherwise. I can get 2 weeks out of one charge on the battery if I'm just doing, you know, regular work stuff. So if I want to do something like a walking workout or a cycling workout, it switches the GPS on, and that does cause a bigger drain on the battery. For example, if I'm out for 2 hours, then I can see maybe up to 10%, 7 to 10% drain on the battery. So that's something to bear in mind. If you're doing a workout every day, then you won't get the 2 weeks battery out of it. So like I say, I think it's all right. I've got one tiny scratch on the screen. That's it. I've been wearing it solid for 6 months. And my experience of this is far more positive than my experience of an Apple Watch. I always thought the Apple Watch was like, oh, what else does it do? Whereas this, I appreciate that it does exactly what it's supposed to do perfectly, no question at all. it lasts 2 weeks between a charge, and the price point and everything else, you just can't argue with it. It's very comfortable to wear. I have no problems. It's never caused me any issues. So if you've got any questions, obviously do ask in the comments section down below. But thanks for watching. You take care, and I'll see you again. Bye.
You went 5 kilometers in 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 6 seconds. Recent 1 kilometer. Pace is 15 minutes and 42 seconds. Your current heart rate is 109.